I always say that they are your first customers.
Yes.
Your team is your first customer.
Yeah.
How do we ensure that from the what you say in church, from the pew to the pulpit,
Yes.
from the crown of the head of the team
Yeah.
to the soles of the feet of the team,
Yeah.
of the entire company,
Yeah.
everybody is satisfied so much so that it trickles down to the customer that walks in from the other side?
Right. Um, my, and I guess I'm going to be sharing from my lived experiences. My firm belief is that your team you need to be transparent. Of course, the bigger the organization is, the more it would probably be difficult.
Yeah.
But I also, in a hurry, want to say that when you say Ghanaians are not happy, a lot of that is the small to mid-size organizations, because obviously the bigger organizations have firmer structures and clearer ropes. So if we want to fix something, the majority of our businesses and enterprises sit in the MSME spaces, and that's where we probably want to be fixing customer service. So I would say that if you work in an organization that's not too big, or you own or lead an organization that's not too big, you need to do a lot of work, because obviously you're not a global multinational with clearly laid out structures. You're probably working your way there. But in a small to mid-size company, it should be easy to get people together, have conversations, and provide a lot of clarity and ownership of the vision and mission of your company, and the ethos, actually, the culture of your company. When people own that narrative, it's easier to lead to leave it. But when people are not clear what the organization's position is, then you leave it to their discretion to react to the external customer any way they see fit personally, rather than what is the position of the organization in which I sit right now. And then maybe from the talent management point of view as well, people need to feel we go to work more than we stay at home. And so people need to feel like a family when they come to work. And that's the way that you would get that spilling over to your clients.
Also, and I love how you put it. Now, let's talk about a situation we were faced by. Did I cite this example last year? I think I might have. But I guess that's the only example I can deal with right now.
Right.
A couple of years ago, a hotel here in Ghana had a situation where the hotel was very strong on protecting their team member, saying that the client actually did attack, and so in this case the customer is not right. So I'm talking about the conversation of whether or not the customer is always right if you're building a business.
I don't think any one person is always right. I don't particularly think that there are difficult people. I think they are misunderstood people.
Okay.
Some of our toughest criminals in jail have loving wives, don't they?
They do.
So even if it's in a negative, on the negative end of the spectrum, they are still understood within a certain context. And so I think that if we understand the people we are serving, or the people who come to us, if we take the trouble to understand them, then we make a choice whether they are the kinds of people our business wants to serve or not. And then that way we don't try to keep people who are not a right fit for us, and then we don't have the conflict and the tension. And also I think that when we understand people's needs better, we are able to find solutions that fit what their requirements are. So that's on one end. Should an organization stand up for its people? Absolutely, 100%. It should. How that is communicated, though, would be the other thing that needs to be looked at, right? So in the world we live in now, it's easy for any one side of the conversation to be projected more than the other and distributed globally in a matter of seconds. And so leave your company misunderstood and unappreciated by a wide range of audience who you cannot reach back to immediately and explain your side of the story. So even while we try to protect our teams from obviously people's misbehavior, I think the forum in which we do it needs to be minded, so that in our bid to stand up for our team, which is extremely important, that doesn't get captured and distributed to the world as though this organization only cares about its staff and not its customers. Yeah, so I think the forum in which it was addressed may be a challenge as well. Yeah, I think this would be a backdoor conversation that shouldn't be distributed.
You'd rather not them going out there and being public about
it. Exactly, but the staff needs to be stood up for, because again, those are the internal customers we were speaking about, and if you don't stand up for them, how do they bring themselves up to work tomorrow and still work?
So you're advocating for, of course, fight for your team members, but make sure it doesn't, because again, you said something, you don't have the opportunity to explain to everyone what might have happened. Because up to now, a lot of people don't understand what the situation was about.
Precisely.
All we saw is the young lady on social media ranting, and now it looks like this company does not care about their clients.
Exactly.
Now, when it comes to what we would tout as difficult clients, how do we communicate to them that we care about their problems? We want them to know that we care. However, there's always, what in media we say studio style or media style, our style. How do we communicate that with them? Not leaving our team out, and also not making sure that our external customer is also satisfied. How do we do that?
I think it's about understanding the customer. Sometimes people would come to you having been bent severally from other experiences, and so they approach you first and foremost in a really defensive way, and the first reaction would be, what kind of person is this? Who does he think he is? Right? But the point is, if you stopped and explained, have you tried to do this before? What was your experience in the past? What did you not like about it? You start to find out that there's a history of unsatisfaction that is being projected onto you. Exactly. And so then that's your opportunity to spell out how differently you're going to go about it. And so it sort of disarms the person and gets them to wipe the slate clean and come to the table with reasonable expectations rather than a defensive posture. So I say to my team when I have a chance that KYC is not only for the banks, it's for all of us. We need to know our customers. Yes, if somebody is on the phone, impatient, rude, maybe if you listened, you'd hear a screaming child in the background. So the impatience is not about you, but it's, can you help me quickly so I get off the phone? Yes, so the KYC is not just for the banks, it's for all of us. And if we showed a bit of empathy and understood what the person on the other side is going through, we might find a way to serve them without having a clash. Really. Exactly.
So again, there's also the bit where, you're saying all the right things, really. Because you just said right now that one bad experience with a company could totally write off, someone would say, oh, banks are all Ghana dear.
Exactly.
And telcos say, what Ghana dear.
Exactly.
Because everyone gets in this case, everyone is suffering for, but then this person might need their services soon.
Yeah.
How do we project the energy, the true representation of my company?
Right.
To a new client,
right?
Because is it even real that one bad experience can actually throw someone off completely?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So, like, people are not drinking water because they had a bad experience with drinking water?
No, not necessarily. Well, I know what water is a necessity, so they'll have to take a risk somewhere.
Yeah.
But yes, and we do this to ourselves a lot, including us Ghanaians. I like the way you said Ghana for dear. We keep saying Ghana dear, Ghana dear. It's not Ghana. It's a particular company that did something to you, and as customers, because we all are customers to another person, we need to be able to contextualize our experiences and put them up in a box, put a bow on it, and say this was my experience with person A, and I'm gonna go to person B
with a whole fresh
exactly, and it's a challenge, but we need to do it to be fair to each other. Yes.
Now, an angry customer walks into a space, tired, probably burnt out.
Right.
Having a very, 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 very bad day.
Right.
How do you turn that customer into someone who begins to love? This one is customer service 101. So you're about to teach us how to do it. So I'm giving you a classical example. Like I woke up one morning, I was trying to, do a transaction. It was just proven difficult. So I decided to go to the bank myself and get it done because I needed this thing sorted out. I had 24 hours to make this happen. And I don't have all 24 hours to get this one thing happen. I have to do other things. Yeah. And I get in here and the lady's like, oh, can you just wait for me? Because I don't know how this, you have to sign for the I'm like, yo, bro, I don't have time for this. Now I'm pissed. I'm angry. I'm calling my relationship manager. She's like, oh, maybe my PA. I'm like, yo, let's say, close my account. I'm done. I'm not doing this. And and then they said, okay, even if you want to close your account, you still have to sign something. So just sign. Right. And I'm like really upset right now. How do we go about this conversation so much so that at the end of this conversation, at the end of whatever conversation we have with this client, they become lovers? Where do we start from?
Personally, I feel that disarming people with empathy always works.
Okay.
So if you walked into me and you were that upset, I probably will start from, it looks like somebody robbed you the wrong way this morning. What can we do? Who do we have to beat so that we calm you down? And
sounds like something I would love at.
Exactly. Exactly. So there's a bit of empathy that we need to employ, or a whole lot of empathy that we need to employ, particularly more so now that we live in a more fast-paced world. There's more of us on the list where I am. It looks like I'm the chairman of that list. I need 36 hours a day, and that list of people is growing. So we need to come to our conversations with our customers with a lot of empathy, knowing that everybody is dealing with a lot, and so we need to reframe every experience and into what can I do to help this person? Because never mind, the person you're snapping at might probably also be on the verge of snapping at someone else. So there's a lot of energy in play. And I think that's where it becomes important that we have a week to celebrate the customer service staff. Because they sort of put their own needs on the back burner every day to have a nice face for all of us.
Can I be shady a little bit? Isn't that what they're supposed to do?
Well,
isn't that what they're paying to do?
Yes,
and that's why it's important. And Mrs. Ocloo, I'm not going to even catch you there. That's why it's important.
Yes.
That the company take responsibility of their staff.
Yes, it is.
Because I'm not responsible for the people that you have employed.
True.
And really and truly, we should be empathetic and kind.
Yes.
I mean, no matter how bad your day is, someone's is probably worse.
Yeah.
And the person you are going to make your wickedness and your meanness on probably is going through a lot.
Exactly.
I was given an example this morning that I went to a restaurant and the young girl was looking like she doesn't want to be there. And I asked her, young lady, are you going to serve me my food or you're going to act like you don't want to be here? Maybe my bread. I said, what bread? Oh, boss, who are no parry? I said, aye. No, boss can't say day. I'm so yeah, no, say me, Yarika come. I said, good. So has your boss seen you today? Says yes. Did you tell them you're not feeling well? She said yes. And they asked you to come to work. What if what you have can be, transferred to another person? So I called the supervisor and I said, it's not my business, really. I don't care. I'll just leave because she's not serving me the way I want to be served. But look at the young lady standing there. Do you think I want to eat? I'll let someone like this serve me. What do I know? What does she have that I don't know?
Exactly.
That could bother me. So I think that in this light, I'm saying that companies should be responsible for their people. Because, listen, they're taking in a lot, but that's their job.
True. True. Yeah. But we are all customer service people. Immediately, the script flips a little bit, right? And
Absolutely.
so, how would you want anyone to receive you as a person serving them? I'm just saying that off of the professional ethics and standards, as fundamentally as human beings, let's just grant each other some grace. Because everybody is going through something. And yes, it's a customer service person's job to have their face on. Yeah. 365.
Smile.
Exactly. That's
their job. Don't kill anybody. Just come to work and come.
Exactly. But if we want empathy to go both ways, as humans generally, we just need to be give each other some grace, right? But for the institutional point of view, I think that customer-centric initiatives need to be a bit more present round the calendar than only in that 1 week. So it's great that you're loved and appreciated on your birthday, but it doesn't mean you should be beaten up and abused all the other days of the year. So as customers, we are grateful that we get attention in this 1 week, but it doesn't mean that we need to be maltreated all the other weeks of the year.
Sure.
So I think there's a lot of balance that's missing. We drum up in that 1 week of the year and go to bed the rest of the time in most organizations, particularly so in the medium and small enterprises. The smalls do well when we are all starting out and we are trying to achieve growth, and then once we start to grow and we are getting into the medium,
so many people
we feel like we've arrived, and then we start to have an attitude. I'm not available, I'll answer it when I can. Cold auto response messages, which are great in themselves, but what is your business's vision? What's your mission? What's your ethos? How is that coming across in even the auto responses that you set on your WhatsApp sales platforms? What are people hearing? Are you saying thank you for reaching us, or are you saying we are not available at this time, call us back? Are you making the effort to follow people up? Are you saying... So I had an experience and the person rectified, so I don't think I'm going to put a name out. I wore a pair of unisex slippers. My dad saw it and laughed. My father hardly ever asked for anything. So I was going to go hell and high water to find him the slippers. I found it was a gift to me, so I didn't know the person who made it. So I went to look for the box, found a phone number, found them on IG. I left messages that were not responded to for 2 days. Then I found the location and had my husband and daughter drive there to go find them. They were not there. I called, and my calls were not responded for 3 days. And I was upset. So then I finally she finally comes back and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, we are not available today. We are not there now." I'm like, "Okay, but I left messages. I called you." And I explained, I sent a photo of what I was ordering. I told you the size. I just needed somebody to answer my question. It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you are not there now." I said, "But my husband and daughter are at your premise right now. We are not there now, so if you don't mind, we can get it to you on Monday." This was a Saturday afternoon. Apparently, nobody was going to make an effort to, because of the fact that I'd been hanging for 2-3 days. Monday was it, and so then Monday afternoon I got a call. It finally got delivered. He was happy. I paid for it. I thanked her, and that was the end of it. No further feedback, no more comments from that brand till today. But yeah,
even after holding you for days, one would have thought that still apologize for what happened. I wouldn't respect a brand like that.
Exactly.
I wouldn't.
So yeah, we do things when we start to grow, when we start to get famous and well known, and we think we've arrived, and so we can hold people to ransom. It's not exactly right. And we will not make it further up that way. The brands start to decline. We feel we can speak to anybody in any way we want.
About that.
I cracked up when I was waiting for you, but no further comments. Yes, so there's a lot of work that needs to be done the other 51 weeks of the year, and there's a lot of work we don't put into understanding the people we serve.
Now, the small things, right?
Yes.
I think I'm going to share my experience, an experience I had recently. I remember my colleague walking into the studio and apologizing all day for my experience, because I'm one that, small businesses I support. I barely buy from big brands. Barely buy from big brands. By the grace of God. So it's not about the money. But I like to see young girls, especially. If you meet me buying stuff from boys, I love them. I love my boys. But these young girls go through a lot to create all these brands, to put out their clothes, shoes, and stuff like that. So I really support. So my colleague here was wearing this beautiful dress. I said, Daphne, this dress here. I said, I mean, I'm not supposed to be sistering with you every day, but this dress here, Meshibi. Where did you buy it from? The girl took out the pain to go to the place, get me the dress, sent me details of, the sizes. We did everything. We did a whole 360. And then I was out of town. So I told her, listen, my person in the office will help you sort the payment. She's like, oh, no, Mimi, I'll come to the office and get the payment. Right. Fast forward, payment delayed and some stuff happened. Oh, you should have seen the chaos that was coming. Like, they landed the whole world on us. And the language the girl was using, I'm like, nah, man, you don't run a business like this.
No.
You don't run a business like this.
No.
Especially because you're running an affordable brand. You don't even have much money you're making in a year.
Yes.
You cannot be treating your potential loyal customers like this. And for a girl who believes in you like this, you shouldn't do her like that.
Yes.
She cannot recommend anyone to you again.
Exactly.
And so I'm just saying this to say that customer service in Ghana, me and my friends on the other side agree that it is terrible. I recently had a beautiful experience, and the young lady's language to me, I was like, oh my God, I wish you come to Ghana and train the customer service, especially when it comes to restaurants, the service businesses, restaurants, hospitality. Oh, no.
Yeah.
You will be inside hotel room and call for something, and it'll come after 2 years. And you'll be asking yourself, why? Why am I here?
Yeah.
But this hotel has 5-star.
Yeah.
Having said that, we want to also commend some of the businesses that are doing great.
Yes.
Speaking the right language.
Yes.
Making sure that their customers are taken care of.
Absolutely.
People do not, assume that they are a terrible brand. I have this beautiful girl. I want to shout her out. Okay, Prempeh, where Prempeh? Yeah. This girl is a blessing, because I remember when we were going to order something for my mom, and it was just, tiring. We couldn't reach her the first time. You should have seen how she came through with the things. Amazing. And so shout out to you, Prempeh. So I just want to say that there are brands that are doing well, but also there are brands that could totally learn from others. So what are the small things every business can do today to keep customers happy? Today, as we're celebrating customer service week, I've seen nice pictures on social media. Customer service personnel wearing shades and things. I've told you before, I'm not happy with you. So I've just told you that this last year I celebrated you very well. This year, no.
Right.
What are some of the small things we could have? Let me also add this one, makeup artists in Ghana. Shout out to you.
I think internally, let's be nice to the teams that work in our businesses, so that it energizes them to do more for the business and to transfer those nice experiences to our clients. Because the point is that as a business owner, you're not going to be able to personally serve everyone, and you're going to rely on your team to do some of that work for you, or most of that work for you. And so if whatever experience they have with you or with the organization will be transferred to your clients. So the happier we keep our teams, the happier our customers will be. And I think that's something that can be done today. Say thank you when they do good stuff. And then for our customers, I think let's put some effort into knowing them and into understanding them. If you have a customer who's a mother of an autistic child, for example, who comes and is always impatient because that child is probably going to ransack everything in the store and she doesn't want that experience, then you know that when she's coming, you need to prioritize her service so she can get out quickly. Don't keep her there and expect her to have a child behave like every other child when that child has a challenge, right? So when she comes and is demanding expedited service, she's not Ochrenoho. She's trying to get out because she has a challenge that she's dealing with. And so if we invest in knowing our people, our clients, I mean, and when I say invest, time more than actually money, but a bit of technology as well. How many of us small businesses have a list of our clients, for example? How many people know whose birthday is when? Are we sending a WhatsApp and saying happy birthday to a client, for something? Yeah. Well, I mean, I think having walked the ropes of trying to start a business from, it's not every day that you can afford to give somebody a gift, but it like thoughtful things, small thoughtful things that make people feel relevant. Yes, but yeah, you can do all of that and somebody will still walk away. At least satisfy yourself that you tried.
Great, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And like we have established here, both of us, your first clients are your team members.
Yes.
Make sure they're satisfied, they're taken care of, they're happy, so that we don't come and sit here and insult them, because sometimes it's not just them.
No.
You have contributed largely to their misdemeanor.
Yeah.
And so be a better boss so that your customer service team will be a great customer service team. So next year when we come back here, and we're talking national happy customer service week, we are celebrating your team for the great job they're doing. In fact, today we can't even sit here celebrating the team. They're all tired.
No, I'm celebrating mine. I'm celebrating mine. I'm shouting them out. They're the best. I mean, I'm happy and I'm blessed and I'm grateful for everything that they do. Yes.
Guys, aren't you blessed? That's the kind of boss that you have. I'm sure my boss has other things to say about us. But yeah.
You didn't just do that.
I just did it.
You didn't just do that.
But we are good customer service team, We're good. But thank you so much. How do we find you and your incredible customer service team?
TopDog Africa on Instagram, on LinkedIn. Our office is here in Accra. We are in Hacho. Our numbers are on our socials. Personally is 026-667-6558. We're happy to support you build your brands, pull off your conferences, events, retreats, destination stuff. We do crazy work in TopDog.
Oh.
From tens of thousands of people concerts.
Listen to the name TopDog. We're the top dogs of the business.
We live our name, and that's what we promise. What is what we give you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much. It's always a delight to have a conversation with you. I am super excited that we have incredible women like this. Like we're so Dorothy Amoa of Dorothy Amoa of Dorothy's Hope and Base Dynasty. Wonderful woman. I wanted to mention Stephanie Benson, living a very, very full life. I think all of us